Hello there. Yes, I can hear you.
I hate her. I'm sorry. I hate her.
Oh man, I mean, why do you hate her? She's just being a mom.
No, she's not. She's being a bitch.
Whatever, man. Look, moms can be bitchy. That's kind of their thing.
Oh, but you're really gonna punish your daughter? Look, she's punishing her daughter not because she lied or got into quote unquote lied or got into a fight. She's punishing her daughter because she looks bad in front of the other family. That's basically what it is.
Sometimes you
Come
gotta.
on, come on.
Sometimes you gotta save face. What do you want?
Okay, but you're gonna save face at the expense of the relationship with your child.
That generally happens.
I don't like her. I
I
don't
mean,
like her at all.
like okay, okay. So okay, let's just rewind for a second. We're talking about the episode of Black
Black
Lightning
Lightning.
that just
Which
happened.
episode? I don't really keep up with numbers,
This is
just
episode
events.
5, if I believe. If
Episode
I'm correct.
5. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and I think there's a 2 week hiatus apparently from what people in the group are saying.
Why? They sold the next preview. They got the episode.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe something important's on next week. Who knows? Maybe they're showing Black
Legends
Panther.
of Tomorrow. I think that's on Mondays. No, that's on Mondays.
They're showing Black Panther on CW next.
Oh, don't get me started on Black Panther. We here to do Black Lightning, not Black Panther. I can go on
I
and
got
on
him.
about Black Panther.
I got him confused.
You don't want it when it comes to me and Black Panther right now, and it's not so much about
Oh
Black
Lord!
Panther. It's about
Stop ranting! Stop. All right. So
oh, it's going off already.
yeah. Okay. So let's see. We have okay. So I was cooking my dinner, so I actually missed
It's fried chicken.
the first 10 minutes. So catch me up.
Diabetes. The first 10 minutes, honestly, I was on my phone. I missed like maybe sections of the first 5 minutes.
Hmm.
I mean, nothing special really happened. Like they were testing out the new suit. No, well, not suit, new suit, but new function. And oh, so you missed the entire scene where Black Lightning's flying throughout the city.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Okay.
Black Lightning has a new power, through his suit. Now he can kind of hover. I guess it's more hovering than flying.
That's pretty cool.
Again, he has to do that. Static can just fly on his own.
I mean, hey, he's definitely a different hero from a different era and publisher, but you know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. Basically, the beginning was about him testing out the new suit function, hovering through the city. So you didn't miss much.
okay, that's cool. I like how he's building up his powers for this
Yeah,
season.
I like the one thing I like about the show is that every episode he gets a new power
Which
through the development of the suit and his abilities.
which brings me to a point I have to complain about. I didn't see the fight scene that you were talking about, but
Oh, you mean the one at the skater rink?
yeah,
You were away during that one too?
I was cooking, man.
That's the one where the daughter breaks the girl's arm, and
Yeah.
it was dope.
I
It was
missed it.
dope.
I missed it because like I said, I gotta eat, man. I'm
Gotta
back.
eat your spine.
But like, Black Lightning has a literal finger cannon. I have
What do you
not,
mean by that?
the one he got in episode 2 where he could, fire it with his finger. He did the
Yeah.
little training. He has that. I have not seen him use that in a fight.
Also, you're wondering why he's always punching people and kicking
I'm
people.
saying the dude can literally fire lightning.
I don't know. Maybe it takes energy out of him.
I mean, look, that's kind of like my gripe with the series so far. The 100's supposed to be like super strapped that, SWAT teams can't take him on. And Black Lightning's supposed to be brolic enough to be the only
You know what?
one.
I'll say this. Maybe he uses his punches and maybe he uses melees because he doesn't want to hurt the other person through
That-
too much lightning.
That
That makes
doesn't
sense to me.
hurts. I mean, fair, even though he damn near killed Lala.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was going to. In fact, Black Lightning has actually killed people in the first episode.
I mean, wasn't Black Lightning talking about it just became Black Lightning to kill Tobias Whale? So this Black Lightning, this version of Black Lightning unlike Super Friends. He seems like he's down with the killing. Which
Yeah.
Arrow, the Green Arrow in the first seasons of Arrow, the early seasons of Arrow, he was down with killing.
And you know what? That was a much, much better version of Oliver Queen than we have right now.
That's the thing. Oliver Queen, I don't see the problem with his character. He's not Batman. They're making him into Batman. Well, rather, they've made him into Batman.
He is
Batman. No killing rule. The voice changer.
Yep. But, I loved the first season of Arrow. Holy shit, it was good.
It is. It's very good.
And then season 2 was also very good. I liked how Arrow had consequences at the end of the first season. He's like, yo, I destroyed your earthquake device. LOL, no you didn't, bitch. And then the consequences carried over until now, actually. Like, they're still dealing with it.
One thing about CW is that the writing is typically good.
Yeah. So
it gets shaky later on, but in the beginning, it's typically good.
And, that's what I can say about Black Lightning currently. I mean,
the exposition, though, every episode has that exposition. Well, remember in 1990, we took on so-and-so, and then we went to the ice cream shop.
March with Martin Luther. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta tell you, like, that...
Then we met Superman.
And we fucking went fishing, and then...
the show literally paints the backstories and the plots that they should be showing, perhaps through flashbacks, through exposition.
Yeah, it's not very clean. I mean, you could tell when people are like exposition bots.
I mean, you said, it's not clean, and you said it was like a combat. See, it feels like...
It definitely feels
to
like
me, it honestly doesn't feel like a There are comic books that are great with exposition.
Right.
Maybe one of those old comic books, but it doesn't translate well.
Yeah, like, for me. It definitely feels like an older comic books. The ones where, like, the panels were small and it was, like, 70% yellow text box.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel like it is. Some comics still do that. I don't... Like, for comic books, that works because there's only so much.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with certain comic books that do that.
Yeah, there's only so much you could show with a picture. Even though, I think manga does the same thing. It's just theirs is a little bit, like, more edgy. Like, they'll have a character, like, completely explain his plot for no apparent reason.
They'll stop the whole scene for that.
By the way, my sword...
It's more distracting in anime than it is in manga.
Very. I mean, it like, by the way, my sword hypnotizes you if you look at it. I mean, what's the point of explaining that?
Like I said, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure actually makes fun of that. So it's self-aware satire. Yeah,
because that's the reason comics do it, because you can't show so much with a picture, and there's a lot of, like, context needed for those. And then anime is just like, so... I killed your great-grandfather 200 years ago, and I absorbed his soul. What the fuck are you saying this in the middle of a fight for?
Oh no, he's using Technique 009.
Bakudo number 89! Black box! Okay, it's silly in both mediums, but I liked it in the beginning, but I'm starting to really not like it right now.
I mean, I like it when it's so over the top that you can't help but laugh, like when it's purposely done. When it's sloppy and it breaks up the whole scene, then it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, because it feels like characters are jumping out of character to expose. It's like, okay, this doesn't really gel because she feels like she's reading from a page, but like that's not like a super frequent thing, but it's just like we need this here and we don't know how to put it here. And we only have so much time, so somebody's gonna have to be the exposition bot this episode. But I'm hoping later on, because Arrow did not have a hard time with this at all.
Like, Arrow neither did Flash.
Yeah, they were a lot cleaner. So I hope that the writers get better at making the narrative smoother. Because right now, having people talk about my great grandfather marched with like Rosa Parks or some shit. Or some sort of, like, big exposition info dump every episode, it's starting to get on my nerves. Just a little bit,
Yeah.
I feel I do like the episodes though. We gotta talk about
It was definitely better than the last episode.
It definitely was. We got shoot, Tobias Whale.
Tobias is wow.
He's evil.
Yeah.
Now I gotta talk about that scene.
Which one? The one where he broke his
where he broke his
spoiler alert.
Oh
when
yeah,
he broke his father's back.
Yes. That was all right. So I immediately started playing different scenarios in my head, and definitely had a much better approach to that.
How so?
Like, okay, so I enjoyed the scene. Actually, it was a really cool scene. But I felt like his dad's retarded. So he kind of opens the scene.
Yeah, he knocks someone, and then
yeah, he cut.
Give me a hug, Dad. No.
It's like my man caught the hands at the beginning of the scene. It's just like, I'm not in the mood to trust you.
But you know what? I didn't have a problem with that, and the reason why I didn't have a problem with that is because when Tobias Whale it looked like Tobias Whale was seeing it from his side.
Yeah.
So
that's
to me, it was like he was almost tricking his father, and that's why the father went for the hug. Like, oh, you see it from my side now. You see that I was the only one for you. Okay, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah. See, the problem is catch that. But like the problem is, and this is where proper expositing comes in. And I don't know if this was in the first 10 minutes, but he was definitely shown as a more abusive father, and I don't think they had that type of hugging relationship at all.
They didn't.
So, like, it's been like 40, 50 years. I don't know how Tobias is supposed to be, but it's been around that several decades, basically, since he's been alive. I'm not sure if they've hugged or even had like a father-son relationship.
Yo, his father could have created another Uncle Ruckus.
He was Uncle Ruckus. Fuck that. I was like, yo, this dude actually.
Negroes.
Did I catch you trying to be shit? Like, cause like that's basically what he did to Tobias. He's like, yo, you little pigment looking. Oh, speaking of which,
you ain't black. You ain't white.
I was right.
You were right. Yeah, you were right about the colorism. I didn't see it. You did.
Yeah,
I admit that.
I have definitely experienced colorism before, so I was like, oh, well, that's colorism right there. And damn, it really affects Tobias. Like, that dude turned into a child. he's starting to break down as a character. Like, he's like,
one thing this show does do well is it does speak on colorism. Like I said, I forgot what the number of the episode, but you had the dude who was messing with one of the daughters and was like, damn, why all black girls gotta have attitude?
Yep, Will. And he shortly got capped. I'm glad he got, like, bopped immediately, because I was like, I'm not gonna have this shit in my show. Neither were the writers. I'm glad Lala and Will both got popped immediately.
Yeah.
That was nice, because if they had stayed around as, like, main antagonists, I was like, this is retarded.
Oh, they would have gotten annoying.
How the fuck did they make it to the season finale? Like Lala was definitely way too hot to be, like, working with somebody like Tobias. Oh, look, a really annoying mother. Pop, 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 pop.
Well, here's the thing. Lala was I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna censor myself. He was an N-word, and he was not going to be able to sit at the table. He was the movie Blind Bone had a better speech for this, but he was the pit bull.
Yeah,
a pit bull is expendable. Tobias Whale is a little bit more than a pit bull, but you know,
Jill Scott's making him work.
He wants to sit at the table. This is basically the scenario that happened in Blood and Bone between the main villain's character and the white guy at top. And
it's making it actually works because, like, you see Tobias Whale, clearly a formerly established politician, now a criminal underboss. Look at his damn lair.
Yeah.
And yet this dude is still trying to, like, be seen as serious.
But you know what? Look, I'm reading the comic books, right? And again, a lot of the backstory that they have to tell through exposition, it's told in the comic books a bit better because, you know, you can actually experience it. You can actually see it.
Right.
So a lot of people watching, they may not get the references and the events
Yeah.
unless they read the comics. I feel that's a fault.
Yeah, that's kind of like and I think some of the references may be Easter eggs, so that may be like things that are harmless.
I mean, it's pretty bad. The exposition is pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. That's probably like my biggest complaint. So, but we have to talk about the thirst.
Oh,
Buddy.
Nefessa Williams. I believe that's how you pronounce that queen's name, Nefessa.
Oh my God.
Goddess Nefessa.
I believe her name is pronounced Bay.
No.
I think that's what her name is. All right.
Alyssa Pierce.
Or wife.
Thunder. Yo, they better have a sex scene between her and Ray.
They better. I'm saying Nefessa Williams.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
They knew what they were, but that's crazy. They didn't even show that in the commercial because they probably couldn't. But everybody was at attention.
Yo, did you read the comic books after the like black folks were talking about the whole lesbian relationship, lesbian dar and all that? I was like, oh, the show's good except for the quote unquote gay agenda going on.
I mean,
I'm like, did you read the comic books? She's a lesbian in the comic books too.
Yeah, I mean, I could just.
It's not like they changed their character like Mr. Terrific. Ugh.
But yeah.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, no, people like it took like 2 seconds on Google to figure out she was gay. I was like, oh, she's gay. Okay. I mean, even
and I love the way they treated that. I was like, okay, we had to talk, and so what's going on with you and your girlfriend?
Yeah, it's like whatever, Oh man.
Like, even though I hate the mother, she is open-minded. That I will give her.
Yeah, like I said, she's just the mom you probably dislike in real life.
But I would smash. Honestly, I would go for the mom over the daughter. The youngest daughter can get it, but the mom would have to go first. Don't correct that attitude with a little dick. Anyway,
I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Wait, you don't think the mom is hot?
No, I don't. Actually,
how?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I got a thing for MILFs. I'm sorry. So
I clearly, but I mean,
Christine Adams. Come at me, girl. 43, and that's a sweet age for. Oh my God, she is an English American. I love myself. Black women from Britain.
Oh, you like yourself a little English?
She's from London. She's from London. Oh.
I mean,
and she is not married.
She's got.
Holla at me,
bruh. She don't want you. But either way, let me just cut that. She just. Yeah.
I ain't even gonna bother being your wingman. She don't like you.
I'm sorry. Look. If you help me get Nefessa, I will help you get Christina.
You can have Nefessa.
You're damn right I can.
Look, she's fine, but she's a little bit too butch.
What?
I'm sorry. She's a little bit too butch. Sorry.
What? Alright, you know what?
But she's fine. Look, there are fine butch girls, but she's a little bit too butch.
Alright, you know
That's
what?
all I'm saying.
Look, man, I'm not going. Oh my God.
But you know what? You know what? I hate Christine Adams' character, the whole ex-wife, but she plays that role. She
Absolutely does.
That's why I hate her so much, because she plays that role.
Yeah, she does a good job at making you dislike her. I think she's very understanding. I understand her viewpoint.
She's selfish. I think the character is selfish.
And they definitely paint that as a negative thing. But
I'm like Lois Lane. Lois Lane loves herself some Superman.
She loves that super dick.
Selena Kyle loves herself some Batman.
She loves that bat dick. and we got.
And I'm like on some real political black shit. We have a black superhero, so I'm sorry. I would prefer a positive black mother and a loving wife.
She is a positive black mother. She's hard.
I mean, she's positive in her own right, but still, I want that. I want a black superhero that comes home to a black girlfriend who's like, honey, what's wrong? Did you take out the bag?
Oh, Lord.
Bae.
But what you
Oh,
call
you
it?
must be talking about the daughter. I'm
Nefessa.
talking about the ex-wife.
You're gonna hate her if you try to bang her, dude. It's like, you played this character.
I'm a hate fucker. That's what I'm gonna do.
Anyways, like I said,
this is for Black Lightning.
we're horrible. But either way, like I said, it definitely. I like her character. I can see her side. Like, think about it. If you had a significant other and you are not superpowered at all, you had a significant other coming home with bullet holes and shit every night.
She's a doctor. Come on.
But come on, man, that's gonna get tiring. That's like being a mechanic
Like,
and your wife
Batman
coming
goes
home.
through the same thing. I'm not Batman. Sorry, Spider-Man. With the whole coming home, bruised, bloody, and Mary Jane doesn't complain
I'm pretty sure she does.
that much.
Yeah, and more importantly, that's like
I was recollecting. I was like, there's a few comic books where Mary Jane is like,
Come
why are
on.
you doing this?
it's like being a mechanic and your wife comes home with the car wrecked or at
Look,
least
I'm
damaged.
sorry, but yo, remember that scene
Every
where
night.
she's like, yo, maybe the kids should stay with me.
I mean, that's real
I
shit.
hated her for that. No, I hated her for that. Look,
that's
here's
real
the thing.
shit. That's
I hated
real.
her for bringing that up, but the reason I hate her for the reason why she's bringing that up. It's not the whole you're a superhero and I don't want to get caught in the crossfire and I don't want the kids to get caught in the crossfire. That would make sense. And if I was a superhero, I'd be like, yo, take the kids, move somewhere else, and I'm gonna handle this shit. And after I'm done with that, I'm gonna be right with y'all.
But Jefferson
But
isn't
her
like
reasons
that.
behind it. What was that?
Jefferson isn't like that.
Yeah, he's not like
He's
that.
keeping the kids. That's the thing. Like, that's why she's concerned.
Well, yeah, through his perspective, he's keeping everybody safe.
And
But she doesn't bring up the fact that he could be putting the family in trouble. That's why I hate the reason why she brought it up.
she doesn't have to. What's the reason?
You mean the reason why she brought it up, or
Yeah, what's the reason in your opinion?
I believe the reason why. Well, I'm going off of what's been said, but I believe the reason why she brought up is because she doesn't want the children getting involved. Going through the same thing that she's going through, which I believe is selfish.
I mean, but that's not that. Like, it's not like she's trying to take away visitation rights. She's just, saying, hey, seeing your dad come home with bullet holes is not exactly something you want to grow up around. She actually doesn't know about the kids being superpowered, so it makes sense.
I like that dynamic, by the way. Yeah, the superpowered, Anissa.
Yeah,
She's superpowered, and she and her dad and Black Lightning, they seem to be connecting. Like, they have a really strong connection.
right. And
Like, Black Lightning didn't get on Anissa that hard for
whooping
defending-
ass.
It was like, oh, 2?
So he was dead. He's like, oh, I'm so proud.
I know.
But like the thing is, like she doesn't know that her daughters are pretty much gonna be doing the exact same thing. And once she does, she's gonna flip her shit. I'm calling it now. Like she's literally just gonna flip. But right now, I think I understand why. Because she's like, okay, well, me and our daughters aren't superpowered, so you can do the superpowered thing over there, and leave us out of it. Because I'm pretty sure there was a reason why he quit.
I mean, they said the reason why
Yeah.
he quit for her because she didn't want to go through seeing him like that.
Right.
Selfish reason.
No, but he
Selfish reason.
he definitely did it because, I'm pretty sure he was tired of it. Like, come on.
What are you talking about? He enjoyed being Black Lightning because of the people that he saved. That's what I've been getting from the show, that he enjoyed it, but he quit for her.
I mean,
But
and
he
then
quit for her, and he took her suggestion and being, a principal, fighting the fight that way.
and he became
But
well
then-
known for it.
Yeah.
So, I do think he does enjoy Black Lightning, but I don't think that she was alone in making that decision because honestly, they would have gone through the separation further.
And I got a problem with that too. You give up being Black Lightning and she is still your ex-wife. She's still withholding the pussy. Come on.
I mean, okay, so that's the kind of the confusing part. He gave it up, and they're still divorced. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
And he's still trying to get back with her. That's the sad part about it.
He loves her. Come on, man.
What's love got to do? Got to do with
But
it.
it's not like they. It's not like they broke up because money
Who
issues.
needs a hard win?
Damn it! Fuck you. Also, the reason that they broke up wasn't because like money issues or they fell out of love. It's because of safety issues, and he's putting his own safety.
His safety issues, not her safety issues. Had nothing to do with her.
I mean, I'm fairly certain. In fact, let me not try to theorize just yet.
They haven't even hinted at the possibility of her ever being in danger when he was Black Lightning in the past.
Well, I mean,
not even a hint.
I mean, that's true. That is true. So it's mainly his safety, but you know what? That's fine. It's kind of like, that's kind of a family dynamic.
Okay, so I give up being Black Lightning for my own safety, but you still don't want to be with me.
I mean, there may have been more complicated issues under it. Maybe he didn't want to give it up. We don't actually know what caused their divorce yet.
I'll withhold any further judgment until the next episode.
Basically, which is coming in 2 weeks. But either way, I definitely think that she's in the right for her concerns.
No, she ain't.
She's right, man. She wants to keep her family together. This is my responsibility. She's thinking about her family. Why they divorced has to be revealed, because I don't know why. Like, it's clear they get along together.
It's been suggested that they divorced because, she was tired of him being Black Lightning. Why wouldn't they be together?
I mean,
that's the real question.
Come on now. There's obviously something deeper against.
I hope they don't do a Moisa and have Black Lightning cheating on her with a white woman.
That would be amazing.
Bring in Talia al Ghul.
I would actually stop watching if they brought in.
But
Talia.
Did you get that? When they talked about Tobias and the serum and the aging thing.
No.
I'm telling you, the assassins are coming in.
They're possibly because in the comics the 100 are superpowers.
There is a section of the 100 that are attached to the League of Assassins.
So there's possibly, I don't think they're gonna cross over to the other CW show. I hope they keep their promise on that, but I do think that.
Oh, I hope they do, because right now, like I said, we're just getting an urban superhero show.
Man,
I want more than that.
Stop saying that. But either way,
it is an urban superhero show. How is it not?
It is, but it's definitely not focusing on the urban. It's definitely trying to, be its own thing. It's
it's about Black Lightning saving the urban community.
I mean, shit. But it's
Look, you really think those gang members would be in suburban communities?
I mean, look. I think that the show definitely is different. Like, it's not like Luke Cage.
It's different, but it's still. I mean, here's why I don't give Black Lightning a pass and I give Luke Cage a pass. Luke Cage is based on a blaxploitation comic book, and it did very well when it adapted that blaxploitation comic book for Netflix. It didn't rely on blaxploitation elements, and it even had nods to the blaxploitation, the original Luke Cage comic book. Have you seen all the episodes?
No, I'm still going through the.
Okay, so
I saw the Power Man reference.
There's a scene where you saw the old costume that he was wearing.
Yeah, the original. It's like I look like a fool. Yeah, the thing is,
it mocked the origin.
The thing is, though, you're forgetting that Luke Cage. Luke Cage he's been retconned a lot. So that's the new character. That's like he has no blaxploitation elements.
Because the audience fuck anyone who didn't like Gendy's interpretation of Luke Cage. I loved that. The art was amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely not the original Luke Cage because people fell out of love with blaxploitation, and thus Luke Cage fell into
with heroes for hire.
Yeah, he fell into decades of basically being like a low tier character. It wasn't until recently that he was actually like really popular.
Yeah, now they got a whole bunch of series for Luke Cage.
Yeah, he's an old character. But What'd you call it?
Got him with a white woman, Jessica Jones.
In fact, they are from the
Got
same
himself
era.
a kid too.
Luke Cage was made only 5 years before Black Lightning, and
Well,
a writer actually wrote for Luke Cage.
a writer from Black Lightning.
Yeah, Tony Isabella. So the characters are linked.
You mean the writing is linked or the characters
The
themselves?
characters in Conception are linked.
I mean, they're around. They were around in the same era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I don't think Black Lightning was a black exploitation super. Like Luke Cage was meant to be a black exploitation superhero, and some could even say Blade to a degree.
but Blade definitely. I mean, that dude's
Yeah,
just
Blade spoke jive when he first came
he's
out.
a fucking pimp. But either way, like the thing is, like all these characters were made around a time, a certain period, and they've all changed a lot, but their settings have never changed. So all I'm saying is like they're going to be in that setting. The man's not going to be on like Alia or some strange. Yeah, I just made a Dragon Ball
I
Z
mean, but
reference,
it's also about how you present it too.
I mean, he's in a suburban community with
I mean,
a.
look at let's go to the Static cartoon.
He's in
If you watch the
Dakota.
Static cartoon, you wouldn't guess that they were in a urban
Yes, you
community.
would.
Or no, I'm talking about with the lighting and how it's presented. I'm talking about more about how it's presented well, not the location or the area, but how it's presented, like the tone and the feeling you get from it.
Man,
There's not a hood feeling when you watch Static, but there is a hood feeling when you watch Black Lightning.
I don't see that. I'm too
You don't
many,
see that.
Too many like.
It has that hood element to it, regardless of the whole the main character's a principal and they live in a great house and they're well spoken. It's still connected to that hood theme.
Yeah, but Static Shock literally had a metropolitan, which is basically inner city, which is basically hood, like feel to it. Like not all the hoods look the same. Compton doesn't look like the inside of New York City.
Hmm.
It's a neighborhood, but you go to Inglewood, they're gonna fuck you up.
Oh, dear God,
You know what I mean? Like it
I'm not
definitely.
bred for that.
Like that's kind of the thing. Like, but if you look at it, it definitely has that inner city feel that it's obviously going for. So even though
Oh,
it's
you mean the Static cartoon?
yeah static, like even
Yeah,
if
but I'm not talking about location. I'm just talking about
how
the,
it's presented. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, how it's presented.
I mean, brighter color palette and less. I don't see it that. I really don't see the
That's
hoodish.
niggerish behavior.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, I had to say it. It slipped out. But I feel like I had to say it because it describes some of the. Look, let's go back to the villains in Static. They didn't act. The majority of them didn't act like thugs. I'm sorry. The majority of them. You had some thug characters,
Uh-huh.
but let's look at the main villain, Ebon.
Definitely.
He didn't act like a thug.
Oh, just a sadistic asshole. But
Yeah.
anyways, like I said,
All right, bleep me out then. Bleep me out.
anyways, what'd you call it? So, no, but I definitely I know what you're saying, but someone who's watched like the definitive Hood show, The Wire, I'm telling you, it's not presented like a Hood.
Mhm.
Like The Wire has dark, gritty, like high contrast, like just it has this look to it that just gives it a more realistic portrait. While I do see some of that, like during the Anissa scenes where she's going out into like these dangerous alleys and fighting thugs, you can clearly see the color palette kind of changes. But
Yeah, it does.
this show is really bright and colorful.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It really
I
is.
think it's similar to Luke Cage, to be honest.
The blue from
When it comes to
Tobias's
the-
office looks like freaking
I
CSI.
mean, it's blue. It's just blue. It's dark blue.
It's freaking bright. Blue is not a threatening color.
Okay, not Luke Cage. Compare Black Lightning's color palette to Arrow. Arrow's, it's dark.
Also got a dark and
But-
gritty ass feel.
Yeah,
That's what I
It's
mean.
dark and gritty, but it doesn't have a hood theme to it.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think this show it's I'm sorry, it's capitalizing off of the whole black struggle, and
Well, I mean,
it's not a bad thing when it's done right, but
the
I
thing
saw a
is,
superhero, he was black, Black Lightning's back.
I mean, I
Like, come
do.
on,
Hey,
come
man,
on.
look, let's just get it out in the open. I mean, that's what we're going for here.
hmm
He is black. He's a black superhero. I mean, that's kind of
Look,
what
it
we
made
wanted.
sense with Luke Cage. In fact, Luke Cage, yeah, it made sense with Luke Cage, but with Black Lightning, I can understand some funk, some soul, some jazz.
And they did fix that this episode.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, exactly. See, they're not.
Like I said, last episode, I think it was in the last episode when they had the
Yeah.
"Am I black enough for you?" I love that song.
I did. That was pretty great.
Since Black Lightning's going in this direction, or rather presenting itself like that, it's a black superhero. So,
It's
I love that song. I love that song since in this context.
I think that the show is definitely gonna go through a lot of the musical eras. Like they used hip hop, and then they just went into soul. So I think they're gonna go through all of the eras. Hopefully, we get some Muddy Waters. Yo, that would be badass.
We ain't gonna get no Muddy Waters.
Give me Muddy Waters.
We ain't gonna get no Muddy Waters, and we ain't gonna get no Talib Kweli. All right.
His name's Talib. Like he literally says his own.
Talib, okay, fine, Talib. I prefer Talib.
Okay,
Sounds
but
dope.
Talib Kweli would literally punch you in your lip. I'm just
But
saying.
Talib was like, I'm sophisticated. I'm French. My name is Talib Kweli.
No one.
Talib Kweli of Wakanda.
Oh shit! Don't just watch Wakanda. Get a ticket and go see Wakanda.
I mean, that's another topic at hand.
Yeah.
Oh, we could tie into this podcast, but that's
No. We'll do it next time. Anyways, all right. So overall, this episode was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was really dope, and I am very interested in seeing how they go into Black Lightning's origin story with his, the death of his father at the hands of Tobias.
Oh yeah, that would be actually pretty interesting. Especially
Like the preview looked dark. I was like, oh wow, they're gonna get into this.
and it parallels Tobias, quote unquote, killing. You know that man's not dead, right? His own father. Like
No, he said you're gonna die, and you're gonna die slow and in pain. So
in other words, he's not dead because this is a standard TV fucking cliche where they're like put somebody in a mortal wounding position, but they can still move, and oh yeah, help him at the last minute. Surprise! That's a standard cliche. But if they actually kill him, I'll be surprised.
I mean, the father, Tobias's father, he doesn't really add anything to the entirety of the show.
Well, he does trigger Tobias. Like, Tobias was unhinged in this episode, so I think that he's going to come back in some way and just trigger Tobias at the end of this season anyway.
I mean, I can see what you're saying because he didn't kill,
Yeah.
The way I saw it, I saw it like he was going to die, but he was going to die slow.
Right. And that's kind of a key thing that tipped me off that man is not dead. Because he straight up strangled Lala with one hand.
Yeah.
So in fairness, this could have been like a passion killing, and like the slow death, quote unquote, is metaphorical for Tobias's long and painful childhood, which would make sense. So if the next episode opens with his, actual death on screen, I mean, I'll be impressed with the storytelling, but I'm not that confident in CW writers that they're going to go that dark and they're actually going to pull, he's not dead. They're going to rescue him in some way, he called help, or anything. But if he does die, I'll actually give them bonus points.
I mean, right now, like I said, aside from the exposition, the writing is impressive. It's definitely impressive. It's not Marvel Netflix impressive, but it's
definitely good.
It's close.
It's good for a CW show recently. Because, yeah. I'm still not through Arrow Season 4. I'm just going to reveal that.
You've been binging the series?
I've been trying. I stopped watching the show because Season 3 was a drag to get through it towards the end. So I started watching Season 4.
Same here.
And it is bad. It
gets worse.
It's so bad. People actually told me, look, you might want to skip it.
Olicity.
Oh my god, it's so bad. And if I see signs of that in Black Lightning, I might just like boycott. But either way,
Like honestly, I'm holding on to Black Lightning because I haven't seen any signs that it's going to be bad.
yeah, luckily. Like, they've got some interesting cues. They tackle colorism. They're basically dropping the N-bomb. I mean, like,
No, they're not.
they
No.
are
They're saying
basically
Negroes,
dropping.
Negroes, and you know the funny thing about it is they could say the N word and get away with it,
I don't want them
but it's
to.
still a CW show. But you can technically say the N word and get away with it.
You can, but I don't want them to. I don't. You know, that's like, it's a strong
Luke
word.
Cage did it all the time.
Yeah, it's a strong word, and it kept making Luke Cage mad whenever they, said it. That's kind of like the context there. I know they want
Am I
to...
nigga to you, boy? Yes, bleep that out too. Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, it's in context.
it is in
alright?
context. So either way, like I said, I do have great hopes for this series, and this is 2 weeks from now. I'm looking to be surprised. Hopefully,
Please introduce the League of Assassins. Please connect it to
Yeah,
the
just
rest of the
introduce the
universe.
outsiders.
Let us, after the first season, Tobias in jail. Let us explore more. All right.
give us the outsiders, please.
Yes, and like I said, they referenced it in the last episode too.
Yeah. So let's get it.
Yeah, you already got Katana in the universe. You got Black Lightning. Introduce Metamorphoso.
Oh,
right.
that would be Metamorpho is actually pretty cool. It's a guy
His
like
name
that.
is Metamorphoso.
That's not his. You got it. You got it. Anyways, that's Cosmic Source now.
Cosmic Source, your boy Electronic Jack, aka Linwood Storm.
And King Grim signing out.
Yeah.
All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. We did.